You're watching Service Drive, exclusively on CBT News.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. Welcome into another edition of Service Drive right here at CBTnews.com. The state of New Jersey needs more than 12,500 new technicians by 2026 to replace retiring workers, and the state's association may have just found a solution. The New Jersey Coalition of Automotive Retailers, or known as CAR, that's how we know them, launched a technician program backed by the state's Department of Labor and Workforce Development. Laura Perrotta, who's the president of CAR, joins us now to tell us more about this incredible program. I'm sure there's a lot of your counterparts that may be taking notes today to learn how they too can get more technicians, because that seems to be a problem in our industry, right, Laura?
Oh, absolutely. It's just such a huge problem. We, this has been something that I've been hearing about in the automotive industry for years and years, and that we need more technicians. And it was so exciting when I came to CAR in November that they actually had a plan and had a strategy to try and address this issue, at least to start in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah. So tell us about the program. How did it all come about?
Yeah. So we'd been talking to our dealers, historically, my predecessor, Jim Appleton, had been talking to dealers and just trying to figure out, what do you need? What could we do as an organization to help you fill this hole going forward?
Sure.
And they found that, what they were really looking for was a place to first, find the technicians, the potential technicians, even if they weren't trained yet, but B, also just really to try and get them some initial training, if it was possible, through CAR to see if it was something they were really interested in, to help them get some basic skills and put them in a dealership experience where they could just start to learn about what the role would really be and what the career would look like. And so they came up with this idea of why not create a program that we call the Technician Advancement Program. We call it TAP, to really start seeing if we could put together a robust program where we could get some folks who are interested in the career in the door, some hands-on training, and put them through something that could actually get them graduated and starting into dealerships with some basic skills that would really start filling this massive need.
That's great. And is the training at a specific training center, or is it done at local dealerships, or walk me through that?
Great question. So it is done at local dealerships.
Okay.
The dealers stand up and volunteer, and then we bring this small cohort. It's a very small group. We're only training 10 students at a time at a dealership, because it's pretty hands-on. But right now we're doing one at Toms River Honda. And so what we do is we have these 10 students going to this dealership from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Thursday. They're with a master tech, they're with an instructor. They're getting about an hour of classroom setting theory and training. And then they actually go out into the service bays right after that and spend a couple hours over there and actually get to work with the vehicles and with the technicians to actually apply what they just learned. So whether it's, an oil change or alignment or, some basic entry level tech skills.
Sure. And where are the students actually coming from? How do you get the students involved in the program?
So we've been recruiting them through a variety of avenues, actually a lot on social media, using LinkedIn, Instagram, social media to try and promote the idea of these valuable opportunities through these technician jobs and what a wonderful, flexible career it could be with great pay.
Yeah.
We're using social media. We're also working with the local technical career community college programs, even, trying to reach out to high schools as well and encourage all the schools in our area just to start thinking about automotive technicians as a career path that you might want to encourage students to look at.
Yeah, there's many technicians. Some of them are my friends that make well in excess of $100,000 a year and do not have college degrees. And this is a very viable way for somebody that maybe doesn't want to go on to college, but wants to work in the automotive industry. And I mean, as we know, this is a very good paying job, right?
Yeah, absolutely. A surprising six-figure job. It really is. And the sky's the limit. If you want to go up to be a master tech, you can make a lot of money.
That's right.
And also just the great benefits that are offered at the dealership, the career flexibility, the hour flexibility. There's just so much to offer.
Yeah, boy, there's no question about it. So will graduates transition directly into paid apprenticeships? That's how this works?
Yes.
Okay.
So once they graduate, usually the dealership who has hosted, like for example, we just had a class, our first launch at Dayton Toyota, and they had a 10 student class. I believe they took at least 5 of those students, I'm pretty sure, into the dealership as employees right there, because the need is so massive.
Yeah.
But our instructors helped place the remaining students at local dealerships who were looking for these entry-level apprenticeship technician.
That's fantastic. And right now you're only working with 10 as kind of a test market, or how large could this program get over the next year?
So what we're doing is we have an 18-month commitment through this grant that we've received. And so we'll be training 6 different, what we call boot camp classes at the dealership. So it'll be 60 over the next 18 months. And but again, they need to be small because this is very hands-on training. As you can imagine, you really want to have them walk with some really good skills. And I forgot to mention a few other things. This is free to the student.
Wow.
And in fact, they actually get a $200 stipend that we pay them each week to come in and do the training.
Okay.
And at graduation, they get $3,000 worth of tools to go out and start their endeavors.
Yeah.
So it's most folks, if you go to one of these training programs, at one of the technical schools around the area, you could walk away with $30,000-$40,000 of debt.
Oh,
this is
easily.
free,
Yeah, for sure.
Free, and you walk away with the skills and a job ready for you.
Yeah. This sounds to me like a program that you could easily find, I say easily, but you could find corporate sponsors for, you know what I mean? Whether it be a Snap-on Tools type of company or an oil company or some company like that wants to help dealerships service more cars. I mean, there's something in it for them as well, but it would be a win-win-win if you could garner some corporate sponsors to take these students in, right? And sponsor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think this is something that's very scalable. We wanted to start at a rate where we could have success and make sure we had the right program, the right, weekly training focus.
Sure.
This is a week program. But that being said, I think it could be scaled up very, very easily, with the right investment and with the right people, because you want to have good instructors too that can have the folks walk away feeling confident that they have the skills to get started.
That's right. That's right. I spoke to a dealer yesterday that has got 36 mobile vans now going out and servicing their customers on some of the smaller jobs, as you were saying, maybe an oil change, or maybe it's a recall that they're taking care of. And he was mentioning that this is perfect for that person that's just joining the organization as kind of an apprentice, for them to take that van out each morning. And I think they've got 4 to 6 different jobs that they go to in a day, in the van to take care of the customers. And but he said, I'm only limited by not the number of vans, but the number of individuals, technicians, junior technicians to do the job. So there's just a huge demand for this nationwide, right?
Absolutely. Both gasoline and diesel, we need technicians in both spaces.
Yeah.
And, what was really exciting to me too was we, in our newest launch for Tom's River that we're having, the program's already started this class. One of the folks was a female, and she was, the second career, she had been in home daycare for older folks, and now she was moving into this, and she'd always tinkered on cars. And now she said, this is just amazing. This program's short, it's condensed, it's affordable, as in free. And, she's just extremely excited. It's nice to see that we could have a whole pipeline of maybe some female technicians coming into the ranks as well.
That's right. That's right. That number of 12,500 in New Jersey alone, it's rather daunting when you hear that kind of an opportunity that exists out there, right?
Yes, no, absolutely. And that's why I think, that the New Jersey Department of Labor in particular saw this as a very viable focus for them to spend some money on. So hopefully we can prove how successful we can be, and we can get some great technicians out there, and some excited, motivated folks, and maybe we can continue and grow. You've
got 500 or 600 members, right, to your association. I bet all 600 want in on this just as soon as they can get there, right?
Yes, they're all ready for us to have a technician program, a TAP program at their facilities. It's a matter of bandwidth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, if it's successful, and as I said, it sounds like it already is. They're going to want to take this thing statewide for sure. But so that's awesome. So let me switch gears with you for a second, if I can. How is business in the state among your members today?
It's been good. I think we all would love to see the dealership, facilities being a little bit more busy. But that being said, we've had some interesting headwinds, as you know, with all the tariff talks. Sure. And the stock market over the months. But that being said, everyone is doing well. We'd love to always have even more business coming through the doors. But, things have been good.
Yeah.
And the dealers are thriving, as they always do. Hey,
before I let you go, what's on your to-do list for the association by the end of the year? Any bills you're working on, or you need the help of your dealerships, your dealers there, and your members to get you across the finish line?
Well, we've been working very hard on a bill that's on the governor's desk right now. It's a recall and fair compensation bill. And it's at the governor's desk, and we're just waiting for that wonderful signature to be applied. But we're very excited about it. It's been something that our association's been working on for years.
That's great. Is your governor up for re-election in that state, or is he? Yes. Okay.
Yes, Governor Murphy is actually, he's done. It's his last
he's done.
year.
Okay, that's what it is. So now there's a duel, seat. Right, for who's going to be the next governor, right? So.
Yes, yeah, we're one of the only 2 states, I believe, that has a gubernatorial race.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
and
our entire assembly is up for re-election as well. So I've been busy.
I was going to say, you're trying to figure out who to make friends with, right? And they're doing the same thing. It's got to be
friends with everyone.
A lot of dinners and lunches, I bet, right?
Yes, a few.
That's right. Laura Perrotta, who's the president of CAR, a New Jersey coalition of automotive retailers who do fighting the good fight for you dealers in New Jersey every day. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Very much appreciate it. It's always great catching up with you.
Thank you. You're wonderful. I really appreciate your time, and thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching Service Drive, exclusively on CBT News.